More than half of the
It's the
population.
only U.S. women's suffrage.
All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. These words, enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948, laid the foundation for the global fight against inequality. Yet, decades later, gender inequality remains one of the most persistent challenges of our time.
A social construct shaped through the unequal allocations of rights, opportunities, and resources. Gender inequality itself limits not only individual opportunities but as well as economic mobility for communities.
Gender equality was made part of the international human rights law by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was later adopted by the UN Assembly on the 10th of December 1948.
This was a milestone for human history, recognizing that all humans are born free and equal with dignity and rights.
And that everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedom in this declaration without distinction of any kind such as race, color, religion, birth, and other status.
By the 1970s, the international feminist movement, with the General Assembly declaring 1975 as the International Women's Year, organizing the first World Conference on Women held in Mexico City.
In 1979, the General Assembly adopted the Convention of Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, which is often described as an International Bill of Rights for Women.
5 years after the Mexico City Conference, a second World Conference on Women was held in Copenhagen by 1980. The resulting program of action called for stronger national measures to ensure women's ownership and control of property,
as well as improvements in women's rights with respect to inheritance, child custody, and loss of nationality.
But why does inequality persist? At its core lie harmful gender stereotypes.
From a young age, boys are taught to suppress emotions and embody strength, while girls are encouraged to remain accommodating even at their own expense.
Traditional gender norms enforce a binary view, recognizing only men and women, and often exclude those who are non-binary or transgender.
These stereotypes not only limit human potential, but also fuel discrimination, violence, and violation of human rights.
In light of recent years, the idea of gender equality has always been an area of concern. For the world, significant disparities persist.
Despite noticeable improvement as of today, there's still a gap that has yet to be bridged since the beginning of time.
To put things up into perspective, women still fare worse than the men in the labor market. As of 2023, gap for gender wage was 11.5% on average across OECD. This means that on average, a woman working full-time makes around 88 cents for every dollar a full-time working man makes.
Not to mention the unequal allocation of rights, opportunities, and resources. Society normalizes the imbalance that limits what women can do.
Women make up half of the Philippines' population and half of its potential. Our nation sees this potential in action, with women making up nearly half of the labor force, driving our economy forward every day.
Empowering Filipino women does more than just uplift families and communities. It directly enhances productivity and it fosters sustainable national development.
Yet, despite our progress, significant barriers remain. The gender pay gap persists, with women in the Philippines earning about 89.5 centavos for every peso earned by men. Inequality is visible from the underrepresentation in leadership and politics to limited access to high-level opportunities. This is compounded by the unpaid labor, cooking, cleaning, and childcare that continues to fall disproportionately on women's shoulders, limiting their time and potential.
However, the Philippines is taking decisive action through strong legal frameworks. The Magna Carta Women, Republic Act 9710 safeguards and promotes the right of Filipino women. The Expanded Maternity Leave Law, RA 11210, provides 105 days of paid leave to support working mothers. On the ground, organizations like Gabriela, a nationwide alliance of women's groups, and government bodies such as the Philippines Commission on Women collaborate with international partners like UN Women Philippines to translate these laws into tangible progress.
Bridging this gap is not only a moral imperative, it is an economic necessity. While the global challenge requires an additional $360 billion annually to achieve gender equality by 2030, our commitment must begin at home with sustained investment and decisive action.
Hi, hello mga Carizaliano, and today we are with Mary Chloe Arnaz.
Luke Damon Araquino.
And today, they will be gonna be our interviewee for today's video. For our questions, this is our question.
I think gender inequality in everyday life as a student, I see it mostly in subject, in strand.
Okay.
I think may kita naman natin here na yung ibang strand na kagaya ng mga engineering, mostly math-related na strand is mostly puro lalaki yung mga nandun sa kanila and only a few girls. And with that, parang nagiging, alam mo yun,
Hindi na
equal yung,
yung ganap doon sa course na yun.
Yun.
Okay.
For me as an athlete, I see a lot of more opportunities for the boys when it comes to athletes. Mostly yung mga girls, hindi sila natututukan sa athletics. So I think that's for me. That's what I see.
Okay, thank you.
Statistics reveals the numbers, but story reveals the struggles. Across the world, countless women face challenges that silence their voice and limit their opportunities.
Take the story of Deborah, an Australian woman. Despite her qualifications, she was told that driving a bus was man's work. Paid less than her male counterparts, she had to prove herself before receiving fair wages. Her courage to file a complaint under the Equal Opportunity Act showed the barriers women still face in male-dominated professions.
Closer to home, in the Philippine farm sector, women continue to earn less, 285 pesos a day compared to 310 for men. This wage gap doesn't just affect individual women. It reduces family income and slows down community growth.
And in politics, gender inequality takes a new form: online violence. A 2025 study revealed that 60% of women parliamentarians in Asia-Pacific region experience harassment and threats online. This hostile environment discourages women from entering leadership, weakening democracy itself.
Yet, there are voices that rise above. Malala Yousafzai, who survived an attack for simply wanting an education, went on to win the Nobel Peace Prize and fight for girls' right to learn. Her story proves that, even in the face of violence, resilience can spark global change.
I am a
Woman.
I am not threatened by women's voices. I am empowered by them.
I stand not above women, but besides them.
Gender equality is not just a women's issue. It is everyone's issue.
Every time a girl is denied education, our progress is denied. Every time a woman is faced for the civil job, justice is the
What change should I ask? We can choose fairness, we can choose support.
Speak up, challenge stereotypes, support equal opportunities in schools, workplaces, and communities. Together, we can build a world where no voice is silenced and no opportunity is wasted.